Yo, what's happening YouTube? Thank you so much for tuning into another video. Always a pleasure to have you and always a pleasure to do these videos. Today we're doing Silverstone, what I like to think of as a breakfast run, and it actually made for some really exciting racing for the most part. So let's kick off the race. Keep right, that's exactly what we'll do. We know how strict the marshals are on this course, so we'll keep right and we'll try and keep under 60 kilometers this time. Not sure if we're able to do it, but we'll try our best. Watching a lot of the other guys racing, they take it all the way to the limit, 59 kilometers. I just don't have that confidence, so I'll stick around 58 just to be safe. Anyway, coming around cops, it's fairly standard, just lifting off, touching the brake just a little bit. You don't have to worry about anything understeering, at least not in the Bentley, the Boatley. A little bit of an incident happens through maggots. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to... hindsight, I suppose we were just pinching on the same piece of track. Nothing malicious, I don't think. I could have probably left a little more room, and yeah, I don't have to worry about what he could have done. So I'll know that for next time. Anyway, that type of thing makes for really good racing, I find, especially when these lobbies are quite open. And I do feel quite strong at Silverstone. I enjoy the track a lot. It's probably right up there with Spa for me. Yes, I know. Two very iconically boring tracks. Anyway, so we're going to make our way up the field. We've got Fafa up ahead in the McLaren. I don't really understand this car, and I haven't driven it a single time, to be honest. That's probably why I don't understand it. I thought it would be faster in the straights, to be honest, but it just doesn't seem like a comfortable car to drive. Anyway, so we drop it down the inside of Fafa. We see a little bit of a gap, and then we look for the undercut coming through the arena, I think it's called, and try and get really nice up and close for the next turn. Brooklyn's up ahead, so we know the Bentley's got good top end. We just need to wait and then brake really deep, but Fafa has it covered, no worries. McLaren's brakes seem phenomenal, to be fair. Anyway, we go through Luffield up to Woodcote. This is all a really fun sequence of the track, but my favorite by far is Cops through to Beckett's. Absolutely love that section. I find going through Woodcote you are able to make an overtake. You just need to be careful of not overshooting the corner, because you do get track warnings. Anyway, so we make that stick on Fafa, and he thinks better of going around the outside through maggots, which maybe I could have taken a lesson from, to be honest. So next up is Mark in the Audi. The Audis are phenomenal cars, to be honest, and the reason I'm driving the Boatley today is because I've been practicing a lot on that special event where you get to set a hot lap in the Bentley. I've just become really comfortable with it around this track, and as Mark just pulls off to the side over there. Yeah, so just been getting really comfortable with the Boatley and been working on a setup for the Porsche, which I just can't seem to get right. The left side is always overheating, especially the left rear. So I'm working on a setup, trying to figure it out. Still have no solution. It's a lot faster than the Bentley, in my opinion, the way that I drive. But yeah, if anybody has any setup suggestions to keep the temperature of the left side cooler, I'd love to just test your setup, man, because I can't do it anymore. It's probably spent about 4 to 5 hours purely on setup. Anyway, enough about that. So we've got Quidio up ahead in the Ferrari. That's the lad that we had the encounter with going through maggots and Beckett's. So we're just catching up with him at a nice steady pace. So hopefully we can make a nice clean overtake on him. But we're going to have to make a statement. Absolutely going to have to make a statement. I'm not furious. I have learned through my years, no, I'm not that old, I've just learned through driving that there's no point getting upset because you just make even more stupid mistakes. So forget about it. Just treat him like any other driver on the field. Whether they've punted you or not doesn't matter. You drive clean, and hopefully it all just works out for you in the end. At least that's the way I see it, and that way I can focus more and just be quicker and smoother. If you're angry, you always drive, well, for me at least, when I'm angry, I drive over the limit, and that's not what we're looking for. Anyway, we come around, what is that, Stowe, keep forgetting, down into Vale and Club. I recommend braking just a little bit earlier than you think for Vale, because it allows you to get nice and tight around that big sausage. So we hate sausages on this track, they'll kill you. And then you get a nice exit going through Club, which obviously gives you a better run down to Abbey. Abbey is beautiful. Just turn in earlier than you want, and you should make it. It bites really late, so don't take your foot off the accelerator. Just trust that the car is going to bite. Right, so we go through the arena section. The Ferrari is incredibly fast, so I'm not expecting to make any moves going through Brooklands, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We get nice and close.
Car on the right.
We manage to get up on the inside, and Quadio holds it around the outside. So we leave the space, try and do an undercut,
Clear on the right.
but just not close enough just yet. And the Ferrari's grunt is just going to help it get all the way around Woodcote and through Cops. If you think about going through Cops, it's just never going to happen. He's got his braking points down, just about. So we're just going to stick behind. We know we got a lot of pace through Maggots and Beckett's, so we'll catch him over here and then try and stick really close through Chappelle down into Stowe. Absolutely love that sequence. I never really understood, to be honest, when people are like, that's my favorite sequence of corners. I absolutely get it. It's beautiful when you hit it up right. Some people say the same about Japan, and I just don't quite feel it just yet. So we'll work on Suzuka one day. So my favorite move at Silverstone is this one right here. Around the outside, going into Vale and Club. I feel like I gave more than enough space around Vale. I don't think he expected that move, which is why he went a bit wide. But I think the move was clean on my side, and we made it stick, which is all good. So now we chase Tito Awad up ahead in the Boatley. We've got another Boatley. Do we have to worry about Quadio behind? I don't think so. As the two up ahead are fighting, they make a massive mistake. They lose about a second between them. So they really bring me into this battle quite nicely. So I'm excited. My heart rate's definitely increasing at the moment as we start closing the gap to the leaders. Are we able to overtake them? I'm not sure. But the way that they're fighting right now gives me a lot of hope. So we're going to settle down. We know we have 12 more minutes left. That's about 6 laps, because we're just crossing the line. We've got 7 laps of fuel. Fueled it perfectly. So we cruise around Cops. They make another mistake. They are pushing on the limit. What we love to see when we're catching them. So the gap to up ahead, the Porsche up ahead, Prodigy I think it is now down to 0.2, 0.3. Perfect slipstream distance. I like to think that if I'm within 0.3 or 0.2 coming into a corner, there's a big chance that I can scare them with a potential dive bomb. Not actually committing to it, but just scaring them out the way. If they do open the door, then we take it. If they don't, we're safe enough to carry enough speed through the corner. Anyway, so we go through Vale, just keeping our normal line, not worrying too much about what they're doing up ahead. Just focusing on getting the best exit through Club. Now, when you're behind someone going through Abbey, just take it easy, because some people decide to brake mid-corner, some people don't brake. It's not worth the risk, because if you have to slam on the brakes going through
Car on the
Abbey,
left. Clear on
you
the left.
just slide out. As Tito makes a massive mistake, and another one actually, and slams into the back of me. Anyway, so that's a bit annoying, because I would have liked to do more of a race where they were closer. But now it's between myself and Prodigy, and that's the battle for P1 right up ahead, about half a second up the road. So Prodigy's made a bit of a gap, and I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try everything within my power to close that down. I was really excited for a P1 battle, to be honest, and I thought I had more than enough pace to take him on. But for some reason, Prodigy decided the pits was a better option. So I learned something interesting though. I got really distracted and annoyed in a way, because I didn't get the battle that I've been sort of priming myself for. But it's interesting to see how my driving changes, just because I now have no goal. Like P1, yeah, cool and fine, but I don't have anything to chase, and you'll see now my driving style completely changes. I'm very distracted, I'm not focused, and I'm all over the place. I think I lose about 1.5 seconds in this lap, if I'm not mistaken, which is a really good learning experience for me, to be honest. So bear with me as we make as many mistakes as possible going around Silverstone for one lap. And yeah, just very interesting. I'm not sure if anyone else is the same, where if they up in the front they can't really stay focused, but I need something to chase. And it took me all the way to the arena to find that out, to be honest. Like I couldn't understand why I was losing so much time and just messing up every single corner. And it was just because I had no reason to push. I knew that I had the pace against Quidio behind, and yeah, I wasn't phased. So anyway, I set myself a new goal. I think around about this area, going through left field, I was just like, alright, let's do some quali laps. That at least gives me something to focus on, and let's see what happens. And it actually really worked. It gave myself something to focus on, and I stopped getting distracted. Anyway, I jumped, as you see up ahead, I got a 59.4. That was my quickest lap of the race prior, and I was just like, nope, let's keep going. We can do a sub 59. We know we've got a sub 59 within us. Last lap of the race, we'll do it. So we're pushing through Maggots and Beckett's. Lost quite a bit of time there, but it's not a worry, because the exit is the important part. So we don't do too badly, we don't do too great. We're pretty close to our previous best lap, but we know that we can make quite a bit through going through Stowe and the last half of the track. So we really are committed to this and doing really well. As you'll notice, the gap to Prodigy behind, well, he's not really racing, is he? But we're pulling a gap, so if we were to be racing with him, we definitely have the pace to pull away from him, which is good to know. But yeah, I'll stop whinging about a P1 battle that I lost out on, okay? Anyway, we go in up into the arena section. This corner is really interesting for me. I think it's turn 4 on the old track, I'm not sure on the new one. But you can make or break probably about 2/10 just on the exit of that corner. So try and take it wide. It seems counterintuitive, so that you can carry as much exit speed going around, not touching the sausage, of course. As we come into Brooklands and the field is different in every car I found. It's similar, but like the Bentley just loves a sort of more pointed approach, because it's got enough power. Anyway, are we gonna make a sub 59?
Excellent job.
Oh man, that was
Bring
close.
it back home safely.
So we managed to get a 159.013. Obviously not happy with that. We wanted 58s, but we'll take what we can get for the moment. Just a bit of a race recap. Did I learn anything? Absolutely. That incident in Maggots and Beckett's was interesting for me. So I'll keep that in mind, giving more space, but also holding it around the outside a little bit better. And then the leading from the front and not allowing myself to get distracted if there's no pressure. That's an important one, because there will come a time where you're leading, whether it's through outright pace or because of different strategies. It's really important not to lose focus, because at the end of the race, these tenths make a huge difference, especially if there's different pit strategies. They can make or break your race. So anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another video. If you like the content, please let me know. Like and subscribe if that's your thing. If you want to know my setup for the cars, please let me know that too. I'll happily just share it and explain what I kind of understand. I'm no professional, but I'm happy to share that information with you. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Have some awesome races, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.